You know, when I heard the news, it makes you sad. We were able to kind of follow her with her son being at La Tech, and so when they played here, she actually came to the last couple games when La Tech came to play us, and you could tell that her health was failing her. But I had the opportunity to meet her back in the fall of 2002. A friend of mine was coaching the men's team at Tennessee, and we went up and I met her, and what struck me most about her was her humbleness. I mean, she was all interested in my team. I was coaching high school boys basketball, and she was asking me what we run offensively and what we do defensively, and I'm thinking, okay, this is Pat Summit, and she's concerned about what I'm doing, and she was just really a great lady.
When she started playing and even coaching, women's basketball was not very well respected. I mean, was
Right.
on TV, played by different rules than the men. What did she mean for the game?
Well, she made the game grow. I mean, it became. I remember even when I was on the boys' side, I followed her because she was a great coach. You know, male, female, didn't matter. She was an extremely great coach. She did things the right way. She recruited high character kids. Her kids graduated. When I was there visiting, I actually watched her team practice 3 days in a row and was so impressed just the way she ran her practices. I mean, again, you wouldn't know the difference between a guy's or girl's practice. She ran a tremendous practice. But the biggest thing that I'll remember about her is just her graciousness, her humbleness as a person, and obviously the eyes. I mean, I remember the eyes years ago, just her fierce competitiveness on the court, but yet off the court, she was such a great role model for all of her players.
She took Tennessee to places they've never been before. What did she do differently that separated her from so many other coaches?
Well, I think we all talk about working hard, but I was reading a quote today. It just said the reason she was successful is because she's just going to outwork you. And I think that kind of sums up what she was all about. She was all about rolling up her sleeves and going to work, and her teams played and implemented the way she wanted to be. And you saw that on the court, how fierce her teams were.
You got one of those rare looks that you were just talking about when you got to go to practice, you know, away from the TV cameras. What was she like in that setting?
Intense. The best word I can describe her, it was intense. And when she spoke, you could hear a pin drop in the gym. Her players were very engaged with her. The other thing that, you know, sometimes there's coaches that are intense and they do a lot of screaming and hollering. That really wasn't her. I mean, yeah, she'd raised her voice, but it's more the tenacity she had, the attention to details within her practice.
How has she affected coaches?
I just think the way she coaches. Again, I go back to the way I'll remember her is just how fierce she was as a competitor, but yet off the court, how humble and gracious she was.
She's one. There seems to be, for whatever reason, this idea that men's coaches and women's coaches are two completely different entities. She seemed to break down that, like, she could coach men or women.
Absolutely, she could coach the men's side, women's side. It didn't matter. She was a great coach and a great person.
Is there anything else that you'd like to say about Coach Summit?
No, I just want to thank her, you know, for all she did for the women's game and really for all of basketball. She's been a great role model for all the young coaches that wanted to get into coaching. I know she's got a lot of former players out there that are now coaching as well, and I have a lot of respect for them, but just want that family to know that they're in our prayers, and just very thankful for everything that family's done for women's basketball and all of basketball.